as we get into this next era, what might be like peak TV, but for creators, do you feel like there's going to be enough scenarios in which they get the keys to creative? Or do you think we're still going to kind of fail by putting them in a certain kind of box?
Well, that's a really good question because I think what's changed, and we'll see. Again, I don't have a lot of facts out of my back pocket. I'm going to say, I see this. It's the case. Because they gave Jimmy Donaldson a pot of money
Yeah.
to go build Beast Games. And look, there were mistakes made. People got injured. There were not good things going on set. In the end, though, you know, Amazon doubled their money, blah, blah, blah. But he produced it. His team that he hired put it together. So I do think we're seeing more of the case of like, oh yeah, maybe it didn't work of us trying to fit those square pegs into our round holes. Maybe we give them the keys to the kingdom and money to go out and produce it themselves. So I'm an optimist, and I think that's the case, is we'll see more creators making movies with their own aesthetics, making reality TV shows with their own aesthetics, because in many ways, that's what people want to watch. And there's a really interesting reason for that. The other thing that scared the pants off of even traditional streamers. It's red and begins with Y and has a T in it. 2 T's. YouTube TV. So right now, YouTube is getting more views on the television in the US than on the mobile devices. So they're getting more, and people, when they come home and turn on their big screen TV, they're not, you know, some of them may subscribe to the cable channel, cable network replacement YouTube TV, multi-channel network, but most of them are just clicking on the YouTube icon and watching YouTube on the big screen TV. And YouTube is changing its product so that a lot of it feels more TV-like. They're changing the ways that creators can take their show. They have these things called, you know, their collections that you can do on there, but they're really making it more TV-like, so you can watch episodically a bunch of mythical, or a bunch of these things.
Yeah.
And that, I think, has changed the consumption habits, or it's leaning into the consumption habits of Gen Z and Gen Alpha, who already built that on YouTube from the moments they were babies. And so we're starting to see that happen too. And those two things, I think, really scare television and streamers, whether you're Amazon or Netflix, and they realize that this is what people more and more are flocking towards, even on the biggest screens in the house.